want a war, you're going to get one.
What was that? He had no time for one more play.
He had an opportunity to win that game every game.
But the referee screwed us. The brother screwed us.
I'm upset, but
the brother screwed us.
At least they fought back and tried.
Only Cowboys game.
You
The
literally.
brother screwed us. The brother screwed us. We had one man opportunity for one more play.
Dallas still stinks. Yo, by the way, Kick Dingbat here, and welcome to day one of training camp. And obviously, StreamYard has changed all the buttons on me, and it's totally confusing. But what is going on, everybody? How you guys? Are you ready for another football season? Thank God it's back. It's back. What is going on, everybody? Let me say hi to each and every one of you guys in the chat. Chris North, what's up? Frank, what's up? Husky, what's going down? Eagles, Logan Motorsports, Kyle. Thank you guys so much for being here. Foster Parks, Brett, Keith, Chris, K. Robinson. Welcome, Brett, Chuck. Thank you, everybody. Anybody I missed, thank you so much. As you guys know, the Eagles, they're back. They are back. Return to training camp. And, yeah, it's going to be a very good season, I feel. The Eagles right now have taken the practice field, and we are going to really jump right into it and see what's going on. A couple things I could tell you is Nakobe Dean is going to start on the physically unable to perform list. So he's not going to be able to go right away. Where's my damn screen share? Here it is. So, Nakobe Dean right now and Jalen Carter are both on the sideline. Don't look like they're working out today. Spilled Milk, thank you for the super chat. First super chat of the year. Yeah, thank you. He said, Jihad is fully healthy. Yeah, Jihad Campbell, we're going to get into him. He is practicing, doing some of the drills. Can't do everything, but he's going to come along, and eventually he'll be ready to go. Now, as far as like Nakobe Dean, he's going to start on the physically unable to perform list, and it should be interesting. There's Jihad Campbell's out there working out, stretching. Let's see here. There's Campbell. Here's Jalen Hurts working out. Let me make sure this is all coming through here so you guys can see it. Good morning, Bradley. What's going down, man? Jalen Hurts on the field working. Jalen Carter and Nakobe Dean off to the sideline. Eagles players worn up for day one of practice. Kenyon Green, no helmet today. Okay, that's interesting. And here's your first look at Jihad Campbell on the field right now. There's Jihad Campbell doing drills. How about that, baby? I love it. He's going to be a monster. But before he gets going and before he gets that starting role, Jeremiah Trotter Jr.'s got his chance. He's going to have to fully capitalize on it. There's more pictures from camp. This guy's working out. Obviously, no pads. Look at Jordan Davis. Is that Jordan Davis right there to the right? Holy crap. Jordan Davis looks like he's in tremendous shape. My God. Hey, Philly, I sent you a DM on Twitter. Okay, I will definitely check it out when I can. Jihad is huge. He is, man. He's good size. No question about it. Look at Jordan Davis. Right behind 59, I believe that is Jordan Davis. He looks so thin. Oh, my God. Marcus says, Philly, put up a 150 subscriber count on the top of the screen. I have to figure out how to do that. And you guys can hear me, right? Loud and clear. Let's see here. We're trying to catch up to that. There's Campbell, Trotter Jr., Cole Aguilari, and the new guy, I can't pronounce his name. Why am I going to even try? Here's some more Jihad Campbell doing drills. I got to get rid of that one thing. There you go. Back to back. Oh, yeah, I think so. Jordan Davis really looks like he looks like he's in great shape, and that's always been my contention with Jordan Davis. He needs to be better conditioned. If Jordan Davis is in the shape I think he is, dude, that's going to be a scary defensive tackle group. I think we're going back to back. Roll Philly Dog says, go ahead, extend Jordan Davis now. He's going to have a monster year. What would you need for Jordan Davis to feel like, all right, we can give him an extension? Like, I mean, I don't think Jordan Davis is ever going to be an 8-sack guy, 9-sack guy, but I think he can get you 5-6 sacks. Maybe he can now that he's lost the weight. Foster Parks, member for 23 months, says, who do you think starts week 1, Dean, out, Trot, or JC? I don't think Jihad Campbell's going to be ready. Well, he might be ready week 1. I'm going to go with Trotter. I think a lot of people are sleeping on Jeremiah Trotter, man. I do. Here's some more Jalen Hurts and AJ Brown. And Foster Parks, man, thank you for being a member for 23 months, man. I appreciate it. We got 255 people in the chat. Thank you guys so much for being here. Anytime the Eagles are practicing and the media can be there, I will be streaming early. So it's like 7:25 in the morning for me right now. I still have to go and leave after this. It's a busy day today. It's a busy day, but it's training camp. That's what happens. So there's AJ Brown working out. Let's get the sound down. There's more Jihad Campbell working off of, man. Jihad Campbell is a big dude, man. He's big, bigger than you think. Wow, you think Jordan Davis will get 8 sacks? That'd be great. I was just going to say, I think 5 or 6 for Jordan Davis still being a huge part of run defense. I agree. Brad says, member for 34 months, man. Thank you so much for your support, my man. He goes, I'm stoked. Let's effing go. Much love, Philly Nation. Much love to you, man. What's up with Carter not working out with the team contract or injury? I think neither. I don't know exactly, but I haven't heard anything about injury. And, you know, it could just be a light practice today type thing. Jesse Davis says, biggest concern for me are safety, running backs behind Saquon, taking a little of Barkley and keeping him healthy. 3 corner opposite of Q. I think your number 2, Jesse, is a very good one, because not a lot of people talk about that, but really the depth at the running back position, we're a run first team. So you have to be able to take something off of Barkley. I totally agree with you there. You know, totally agree. More Jihad Campbell. Carter Stone is rookie. Yeah, Carter can't get extended until after this year. So he can't hold out for anything because he can't be extended until after this season. So it's not contract. It's just probably working him in early, you know, or they ain't worried about him doing the drills. I don't know. What happens if Davis plays himself out of the Eagles' price range, and what would Davis need to play himself out of the Eagles? I think Davis will have to be like 8-9 sacks and then do what he does with stopping the run, be able to take more snaps, he'd have to play a lot more snaps. I think Davis is probably like somewhere in the $15 to $18 million range for defensive tackle. I think that's the best case scenario. Cheese Snickers, he says, Philly, my biggest concern this season by far is the offensive coordinator because of what happened with the collapse. Other than that, we have to stay healthy. We were good both those things we took 2 times. Yeah, I mean, I understand the fear of the offensive coordinator. My thought is this, though. Like, you're not looking for an offensive coordinator to come in and put this elaborate passing game together. You know what the Eagles are going to do. Like, I don't think the Eagles are going to shock or surprise anybody. They're going to go out there, and what are they going to do? They're going to run the ball, wear you down. And I think for that reason, I think we'll be okay, you know. But I understand. Shaquille says, we are perfectly fine at running back depth position, and this whole notion of taking shit off of Barkley, it's so stupid. The guy's at the prime of his career. What the hell are they saving him for? I don't think they're going to save him. I mean, I think they're going to say, well, we don't want him to carry the ball 400 and something times. But I think by the end of the year, he's going to be carrying it a lot. I think Barkley's in like a 2-3 year window where you got to just let him go. But at the same time, like the thing about Dylan is with the neck injury, like, is he going to be healthy? Is he going to be able to play the whole year? If he's healthy, we're fine. But if he can't, then I think you need a little more depth there. Carter will get his, and Parsons will still be waiting. Oh, yeah. Yeah, the Eagles won't let that. What happening to Parsons will not happen to the Eagles. Roll Philly Dogs, a member for 23 months. Thank you, man. Because I think Aziz is our sack leader if healthy. Wow, that's crazy. That would be something. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, really. Forte, just 5 up earlier. Yeah, man. 7:30. It's early. There's Juergens trying to catch up. Roster move. What was the roster? The Eagles have placed Nakobe Dean on the physically unable to perform list. Signed defensive tackle Joe Evans. Waived guard Marcus Tate. Okay, I didn't even know any of that happened. To me, it's just a body. There's A.J. Brown, one-handed catch like it ain't no problem. I think Aziz is going to be something like this year, Zach Bond. Wow. I mean, so you're thinking like double-digit sacks? See, I'm thinking 6 to 8 sacks. But I think the guy that's going to be breakout, I think it's Jalix Hunt. I think Jalix Hunt is going to have a monster year. I think he's better than people think. It's hotter than hell in this house. Foster Parks, for those guys getting swapped, are just camp bodies for the most part. Yeah, I think so. Can Hurts play like Peyton Manning since he was so many different offensive coordinators? Well, I do think that he has become essentially your offensive coordinator because he's seen so many different looks, so many different things from different coaches. I think that's where he's headed. I do. I think so. If A.J. Dillon stays healthy, he can take the heavy load off Barkley, but coming off the neck injury, you just never know he's going to be healthy. Yeah, well, that's the whole thing. If he's healthy, we're fine. Big Picky goes, here we go, let's go. Exactly. Fester says, A500, slow your roll on Davis. He showed up thinner like previous seasons. So what? He is who he is, and he will be the same guy he was last year. Drafted too high, not as good as you think. I have to disagree with you, Fester, because what we saw, if you look at Jordan Davis, let's take the last half of the last year, and let's take the playoffs. All of a sudden, Jordan Davis started dominating. He had a great NFC Championship game, had a great Super Bowl, was really good in the playoffs. And why was that? Because I don't know what the hell it was called, Pilates, bike rowing on a bicycle on the beach, something like that. He started getting into some conditioning thing. He got hooked on it, started getting in shape as the season got late, and he started to play better. I think there's a connection between him being conditioned and him playing well. Now, he has come in lighter at times in previous years, but what we've seen is he puts on the weight as soon as training camp ends. What we saw last year was a complete opposite of that. Jordan Davis looks like a defensive end. So I think it's definitely correlated, in my opinion. I mean, we'll find out. I'm not saying he's going to be a 10-sack guy, but I think, come on. So who will be the kick punt returner? The guy they signed from the Falcons is who they want, Avery Williams. And we got 434 Marta Humpers in the chat. This is the first live stream I've done in like over a month. Hit the like. Make sure you subscribe. We're going to be doing this every day. Every day. Hey, Philly, what's good, brother? What's your expectation this year for the season? Pain. Pain for the rest of the league. I expect the Eagles to be really good. I expect them to go and win a lot of games. And I think we got a really good chance, of repeating. You got to do, you got to get lucky with health and all those kind of things. But that goes for every team. The The offense wasn't the reason for the collapse. It was the defense. It was, to me, it was coaching. Like, the defense was a big part of it. They didn't know how to stop the bleeding, and it was a lot of defense, and then they panicked. They fired the defensive coordinator, and then what's-his-face comes in, tries to change the defense. It was just horrible. Eagle says, do you think Shipley can take a bigger role, or do you think he's just more depth piece? No, I think he could take a bigger role. I think he's going to compete for that number 2 running back spot. I do. But, I think the Eagles' bread and butter is their run game. They're going to wear you down. They are going to basically beat you by the fourth quarter. I think, look, I don't think the rest of the NFL is built to beat the Eagles, because most teams in the league, I would say 99.9% of the teams in the league, they're not built to play against the run. They're not built to stop the run. They're built to have to affect the passing game and to get to the quarterback. There's not many teams. If you look at the Eagles' schedule and you say, okay, well, they're playing the Chiefs and they're playing this team and they're playing that team, most of those teams don't play the run well. The Chiefs did a great job in the Super Bowl. But other than that, I don't think many people are built to beat the Eagles. Jordan Davis is the number one reason our good run defense. Jordan Davis is one of the best run stuffers in the NFL. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And if he can just improve his pass rush, which I think he needs to play more snaps, and I think that was the issue. I think Jordan Davis is going to have a monster year. I do. And if I'm wrong, I'll be the first to admit it. Cheesy Snickers says, for me, this Jordan Davis make or break. He balls out, you pay him, if not trade him, but I think he'll work out. I see him as another late bloomer like Brandon Graham. I do too. Shipley's ready. I like Shipley. Hey, Philly, good morning. Can't wait for Barkley and AJ to run all over the NFL, and our defense is dominant. I know, right? Talk shit about my Cowboys. Oh, that's the easy part. There's nothing easier to talk bad about the Cowboys. Cowboys come in, first day of camp, Jerry Jones starts all the drama. It's great. Nick Marchetti, thank you for the super chat. My man, appreciate you. He goes, got a feeling we're going to trade for Micah somehow. Could you imagine? Antonio, what's going on, my man? Yo, 500, what's happening? Good to see you. Let me see here. Let's catch up to where we're at here. Cares about the Giants. There's more Hurts working out, handing off. Man, we got some good running backs. We got some big running backs. All right, so here's the injury update for today. Will not practice Jalen Carter, so he's got a shoulder injury. Don't know anything about it. Doesn't look like it's serious. Kenyon Green knee, limited. Jahad Campbell shoulder, and Cam Jurgens back. I assume that back is precautionary. Doesn't sound like anything serious for Carter or Green. Campbell and Jurgens are being eased back after off-season surgeries. All right, so they're easing those guys into it. That's fine. We'll be fine with that. We're back, Darren. Yes, we are. Drew, a member for 58 months, man. Shout out to you. He says, go Birds, football's back. Salute 500. Salute to you, my man. Salute to you. Let's see here. Let's catch up to practice. So we know that those guys are all right. So here we go. Jeremiah Trotter's first up at linebacker with Bourne. So your starting linebackers are Trotter and Bourne. Not a surprise. Ringo's at corner. Sidney Brown starts at safety with Reed Blankenship. Now, don't be surprised that Brown's starting. If you look at the way Vic Fangio did it last year with the rookies, none of the rookies started early in camp. They all came in as the time went on. So to me, that's not surprising that he goes with the vet there. Eagle says, I think people are sleeping on Dotson. I expect him to shock a lot of people this season. I think he's going to get a lot more opportunities, especially after what he did in Super Bowl. Agreed, my man. Agreed. I think Dotson with a whole all season, I think he's going to be fine. Skid Marks, what's going on, my man? He goes, 8,500. What nobody talks about, especially Celio, is how Davis takes on double teams and sometimes triple teams on every play so the defense can stir gravy. I agree. I agree. I think, especially Cilio sleeps on Jordan Davis. He's going to be eating his words this year. By the way, I will be on his show today at 4:30 Eastern. Nick, welcome to Dingbat Nation. Thank you so much for joining, my man. Shout out to you. We are back, man. There's Uche Trotter Jr. So Trotter is starting at linebacker. Martin Frank says Eagles start 11-on-11 team drills with Ringo Quignon outside corner, Sidney Brown at safety, Trotter Bourne at linebacker, Ajomo in Carter's place next to Davis. Not a surprise. Pin, thank you for super chat. He goes, we're back, Philly, reigning and defending. Let's go. We are the champs. I got my little Super Bowl coffee mug. I'm having coffee here. I'm not a big coffee drinker, but man, starting this at 7:30 in the morning before you have to go into work and all that stuff, I need caffeine. Dodson was great last year. Drops. I think he came along at the end of the year. I thought that the big thing with Dodson to me was that in the playoffs, it looked like Hurts was starting to gain some trust with him. So let's see how that carries over this year. Eagles, Eric, what's going on, my man? How are you? Carter has a shoulder injury. They said it wasn't anything serious, but they're working him in slow. Skidmark says, Whip Mark Holmes asked today Milt Williams dead to the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. Like Milt Williams, man, Mark, I don't know what Mark is going to be crying about now because, I mean, Mark is sitting there. He's got his whole team's in chaos. 500 repeat season? Absolutely. Drew says the difference between the Eagles presser and the Cowboys presser is night and day. Dallas still stinks. They can't even take good care of their players, man. You know, it's bad. All right, so let's see. Jahad Campbell getting some 11-on-11 reps. That's interesting. So Kyle McCord is the third quarterback. Interesting. Martin Frank says Jahad Campbell and Smallman done with the twos at linebacker. Makuba with twos at safety. I expect Makuba to in like a few weeks to take over that starting job. The other thing I want to see is, do they give any snaps to Cooper DeJean at safety? And if I missed any of your texts or chats, I apologize. It's pretty. We're still in preseason form here, trying to catch up. Let me see here. Let's see if we get some updates. I need to get several different beat writers up so we can see what they're all saying. All right, so here we go. We got some updates here. All right, let's share this one here. All right, so Elliot Report says A.J. Dillon's getting some reps with the first team offense before Will Shipley. Okay, that's interesting. Jalen Hurts goes 2 for 2 to start practice. You got it. Elliot Shore Parks actually keeps the passing statistics. Most ridiculous thing ever, but I still think it's funny. Jahad Campbell doing team drills with the second team defense. Tanner McKee goes deep. Touchdown to Terrence Marshall. Marshall beat Ringo down the sideline. Uh-oh. What do we think of that? Is that bad or good? Davis won't have sack. I don't think Davis will be a 10-sack guy. I agree with you there. Wow. So Marshall beats Ringo down the sideline. Are we supposed to be happy that Marshall did it? Because Marshall could be an interesting signing. Like, he could be better than we think. He's got talent. Or do we get upset that Ringo is allowing guys to go down there right away and score? Tanner McKee is good. It's bad, Ringo, ain't it? I'm sorry. It's too early. I mean, it's day one of training camp, but that's not what we want to hear. What we got to watch out is when they start switching Ringo and putting Dory Jackson in a lot, then you got to wonder. It's amazing. Marshall's got talent. You know, another guy I'm really interested in watching this year is Aeneas Smith. I thought that kid was going to make more of an impact last year. I'll bet you $200, $500 that Ringo got beat deep is going to be the top subject for Silly. Oh yeah, you're probably right about that. I like AJ Dillon, but I wish we had someone as a backup running back who has been good for the last 3 years. Sometimes having a running back that was good like 3 years in a row, they fall off. I think Shipley's going to be pretty good. Not good for Ringo. Yeah. I didn't see your question, Jose. I did not. I'm a little rattled with this whole Ringo thing right now. Like what happened, Ringo? Man, that's not good. Won't be easy for Marshall to make the team due to the wide receiver position already filled with our top 3 guys, Brown, Smith, Dotson. Well, how many receivers do you think they keep? Probably going to keep 5, right? 4 or 5. So you got one more spot left. I would say probably Marshall gets that, right? We got Wilson. You also got Smith. They'll probably keep 2. Yeah, Ringo, we'll see what he does. Marshall's got talent. There's no question about it. Ringo getting cooked. I worry about that, man. They seem to like Wilson. They do. Do you think the Eagles need to trade for safety? I think we need vet leadership. We have too many unknown at safety. Possibly. I think they're going to wait and see. I don't think Howie will make a move until like week 2 or 3 of the preseason. He's going to see what he's got. Remember, what's his face? Justin Simmons is still available. T.L. Hopkins, man, thank you for Super Chat. He goes, do you think Howie's going to get a veteran corner? If he don't like what he sees from Ringo, it might happen. But, I don't think they're going to like go 1 practice, 2 practices, and then all of a sudden rush to go get somebody. I think they'll wait until, like halfway through preseason. Hey, Father, I'm at the beach enjoying my vacation, but go Eagles. Oh, man, what beach? I love Campbell pick, but I was selfishly hoping we drafted a Marion Hampton in the first round. Absolutely punished other teams. That would have been nice, but no, I hear you. Zach Bond looked like trash at camp last summer. Stop panicking, Marine. Bond didn't look like trash. No, Bond didn't look like trash at all. Dean looked like trash in camp. Bond was starting every practice. Dean was the guy that didn't look good in practice. And then all of a sudden, or in camp, all of a sudden he starts. Yeah, no, we can't panic. It's too early to panic. I agree with that. If you're going to make mistakes, do it in training camp, All right, so we got some more updates here. All right, so let's pull this up. All right, so here we go. We had the deep touchdown. Then here you go. This is interesting to me, right? Because Andrew Makuba is with the first team defense now in 11-on-11s. Makuba and Brown seem to be splitting reps. To me, if Makuba is splitting reps on day 1 of practice with a veteran, that's not good for Sidney Brown. That means Makuba's got the edge to win that going into camp, in my opinion. Will Shipley with a nice run in 11-on-11s. Definitely has some burst out of the backfield. I think he's going to take it up another notch. Then my man, Jalix, just sacked Hurts 11-on-11. Jalix Hunt is a star. He's a star. I'm telling you, he's a star. Let me catch up to this chat. Spill Milk, thank you for the super chat, my man. Keely Ringo ate my cheesecake last night. I'm mad. Yeah, I would be mad too. Yeah, Marshall beat Ringo. It's early though. But I'll tell you what, Jalix Hunt making an impact. He is going to be a stud. And then Will Shipley, they're saying he has a nice burst. That's good. But Andrew Makumba getting first-team reps already. To me, that's early, like really early for him to get 11-11s with the starters already. Psycho Sidney for safety. I like Sidney Brown, but he's got to show us something this year, man. Hurts holding the ball as usual. It's first day of training camp. Eagles 500. Should Nia Smith be cut if he has a bad camp? He'll probably, if he has a bad camp, he'll get cut and then be brought back on the practice squad. You know? Oh, I agree. Defense will be top 5 again. I agree. Leon Banks, my man, member for 19 months, man. Thank you so much. He goes, I'm worried about cornerback 2. Ringo lost trade for a corner. It's the first practice of preseason of training camp. No pads or anything, and it's just considered a light practice. By the way, it's not it's not going to be a huge long practice. Tyree, my man, what's going on? He goes 500. Dean was getting killed by game on training camp. No worries, they're not wearing pads. Agreed. Makumba hard too. That's all side has. Yeah. I like Makuba. I mean, I think he's gonna make it. I think he's gonna make it as a starter. I completely forgot. Yeah, we got Terrence Marshall. I mean, look, I liked him coming out of the draft. Hopefully he can develop with the Eagles. Ringo getting beat. Yeah, well, he got beat on that one. I haven't seen it. Well, they can't record highlights of it, so we have to wait till the Eagles put that out. See if there's any updates. Let's see. Tanner McKee with a really nice throw to Johnny Wilson. Good anticipation and timing to throw. I really like Tanner McKee. Can you guys see me? No, you can't. Sorry about that. I don't know why my camera went down like that. That's weird. It's early in the morning, I'll tell you. T.O. Hopkins, my man, thank you for Super Chat. He goes, will you ever do a player interview on your channel? Yeah, I will. At some point, probably. You know, sometimes it's like, I feel like, man, if I do that, will I lose, like, I don't want to be in a position where I'm not being, like, I don't want to like somebody so much that I'm afraid to say anything bad about them because I don't want to hurt their feelings, you know? Like, I want to keep it like a bean. But at some point, I probably will. You know, I thought, like, I was going to do it this year, but I thought, like, man, with Super Bowl and those guys didn't have a whole lot of time. Now they're in training camp. So we'll just have to play it by ear. Yeah, I always worry about, like, if I do it, I'm gonna like people too much, then I'm not gonna be neutral. Jalix hand is such a Jalix Hunt is a stud. Totally a stud. I think McCourt gets a spot over DTR. Well, they said he's already the third quarterback. I don't see why what we're doing, bringing Asante to compete. He has to be cheaper by now. He does. I think from everything I heard, they're worried about his neck. So I don't know, but he seems like he would be a good fit. Don't worry about Ringo Phelps. He spotted at Skinny Joey's last night. He had a little extra on his sandwich. There you go. Like Mark and Dak. Yeah, right? I get it, but we can please shut the F up about Tanner McKee. I'm sorry, but like the dude, never going to be a quarterback for the Eagles. We have a hard enough time appreciating I was just simply meaning as a number 2 backup. I mean, I don't think he's going to ever challenge Hurts. Of course not. However, you know, if somebody thinks he could start on another team and they want to give us a bunch for him, I'll take it. I've been saying for months, don't be shocked when Vic uses DeJean like Dawkins. That's exactly how he's going to use them. It's exactly how he's going to use them. I mean, that's the whole goal for DeJean, to be able to play every position in that secondary. Let's see. Jalen Hurts with a really nice 20-plus yard throw to A.J. Brown down the sideline. Brown beat Ringo, who had good coverage, but the throw and catch were better. All right, so it doesn't look like we could kill Ringo in that one. But Ringo got beat again. Ben Van Sumeren is getting reps at fullback, and he just got a carry. How about that? So Ben Van Sumeren gets a carry. Do you feel Dallas prefers to wear handcuffs over rings? Yes, I do. Access to players is like news having access to politicians. They make you full of shit, right? Sometimes it's true. It never hurts to bring in competition. What up, Father? What I missed? What's going on, J-Dog? Not much, man. First practice. Yeah, get the likes up. Absolutely. Hit them likes. I'm gonna go on Cilio's show at 4:30 Eastern, and then I'll have a later video too. So we got 3 videos today coming out. If AJ Dillon is fully healthy, he will be more impactful than Gainwell. Oh, I agree. He was a bruiser, good pass blocker, and watch out for Shipley. Barkley speaks highly of him. Yeah, I think if Dillon is healthy, then you've upgraded your running back position from last year. And I think you're totally set, man. I agree. Tanner McKee is goated. Tanner McKee is going to be a good backup, you know. Tanner McKee would be an upgrade quarterback in New Orleans. Are they going to give me a second-round pick? I'll trade McKee. I want a second-round pick for him, though, you know. Give me a second, and I'll do it. Let's see. Ringo is going against an offense that scored the most points in playoff history. We need to chill. Yeah, we can't overdo it right now. It's day 1 of practice, no pads. I'm not worried about Ringo. Not yet. It's crazy to say the running back room is even better than it was last year. AJ Dillon stay healthy, and I think it remains true. Did you see the size of his legs? Like, dude, between him, Barkley, and Hurts, I don't know how anybody's going to stop the Eagles on 3rd and short. I just don't. They're going to wear teams down by the 4th quarter. This is a scary, scary team. I'll try to watch you on Steelers. I don't know if I can take the negative propaganda all season, though. It's too exhausting hearing them bash Hurts. I know. I hear you. That's why I feel like I have to go on and say something, you know. Shamar Stewart, I think he's a person to watch, right? For those that don't know, Shamar Stewart is he's the draft pick by the Cincinnati Bengals, 1st-round pick, has not signed yet, left the team, went back to Texas A&M to work out. There's questions whether he's going to not show up for the Bengals at all. Meaning, if he decides to not sign with the Bengals, he could go back into the draft next year. Meaning the Bengals would lose a 1st-round pick. So, in a situation like that where he's going to go back in the draft, Howie having 13 picks, you might see Howie try to work something out and get themselves a young pass rusher. I'm just saying, keep an eye on that. I need you to, not like Martin and Dan Show, talk about Jarrett and how he still thinks Mozzie Smith is good. All right. Yeah, we'll see. I don't know where his head is at right now. The bag on Ringo is he's straight line, not fast, not quick with the hip. Change your direction. We should have signed Isaiah Rodgers. Rodgers was only what? Was $8 million. That's weird. 8500 can't wait for the streams, videos, training camp. Yeah, man. We're going to be streaming every day during camp, during practice. And then I'll be doing videos later that night. How he about to trade for Parsons? Nah, I don't think that would ever happen. Could you imagine? Can we get a birthday shout out for a happy birthday? 55, who's more important in the offense, Saquon or AJ? I mean, Saquon, I think, because the whole offense is based around that running game. Rodgers was light in the ass. He would be beat, ran over, saw him almost get the interception. The guy snatched out his head. Yeah, it's true. Look, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen with Ringo. But, I mean, I think if Ringo can't play, I think Adoree Jackson is competent at that position. But that may be a position where if they don't like what they've seen at corner, they might make a trade. The brother screwed us, right? We also forgot Slay got cooked a lot. Yeah, Slay did. Slay came up, man. Slay came up big in the playoffs, though. You know, as soon as the playoffs started, Slay was like lights out. I wouldn't have mind bringing Slay back for one more year, but I get it. I get why they didn't. You know, we can't over worry about one practice, you know. Looks like the updates are slowing up, which means that the practice is probably getting close to being over. I don't think they're going to practice long today. Because we got Jackson, who was the 5th best zone coverage corner in the league last year. Like, I think he's competent. I think he can come in and play if need be. We have football. All right, Carlos. I was just talking about that and already got burned when he played before. Who's that? 500. Your thoughts on changing Jordan Davis into a pass rusher instead of a run stuffer? Is he going to miss the weight? No. He's big enough where it's not going to affect him. It's only going to make him better because he's going to be able to play more snaps. I mean, who do you double team? You want to double team Jalen Carter, then Jordan Davis is one-on-one. If Jordan Davis could become just a little bit better pass rusher and play more snaps, I think you got 2 all-pro defensive tackles. I think Jordan Davis is going to have a monster year. Like, he's legit, not just lost weight. He's legit conditioned. People who think Slay was bad are Evan casuals. Yeah, Slay was fine. Miles Sanders didn't say it. Yeah, that's what people said, that Miles didn't say it. Well, it doesn't matter. To me, his actions are the same thing. He plays for the Dallas Cowboys. If they sent Goddard for Parsons, I'd be hurt. Nah, that would never happen. Dallas isn't gonna trade Parsons to the Eagles, and I don't think you need him. I'll be honest with you, I don't think you need him. Like, I think Nolan Smith. I look at Nolan Smith. I think, all right, I think Nolan Smith's going to go out there. I think he gets you 10 to 13, 14 sacks. I think Jalen Hunt is 8 to 10 sacks. I think Ojulari's 8 sacks. I think you're okay. We don't need Parsons. The thing about the Parsons is I don't want Cowboys stank. I mean, Parsons, what does he do in the playoff? He never shows up in the big game. He's another one. Ringo got cooked again. Yeah, Ringo got cooked a couple times today. That's all right. That's all right. That's okay. When you start seeing Adoree Jackson getting those snaps, then you know you got a problem. You know? Where's Twiz? Twiz is here. Miles thinks he's going to have a Saquon-type year. Look, Dallas's problem is they can't run the ball and they can't stop the run. Chill Ringo, this is only going to make him better going up against these guys every day. I agree. We got to be a little patient on Ringo. Remember last year, Nakobe Dean looked horrible in training camp. I did every day I was live. And it was like he was getting beat. He was getting beat. Now all of a sudden, season starts. He's starting. Can't wait to get my Super Bowl 59 championship ring. I work at the link as support staff, and we get real rings. No real. Get out of here. You get the real ring? Oh, my God. That is the coolest ring ever. Like, I want a replica. I don't usually want, need to go out and get replica rings, but I got to get one of those. But it's got to be with the wings popping out. That is so badass. That's the greatest Super Bowl ring ever. Ty, thank you for the super chat, man. That's very generous of you, man. Thank you so much. He goes, get beat by A.J. Brown isn't saying much. Agreed. A.J. cooks most cornerbacks. Let's not overreact. He wasn't burnt on the A.J., just made a great play on good defense. Yeah, they said that he covered it well. It was a great throw, great catch. You know, you just got to tip your hat. I'm not going to panic on Ringo. I'm not. But that's the way, and thank you for the super chat. That's the way it's going to be all preseason, all training camp with Ringo. In a preseason game, he gives up a pass, everybody's going to freak out because we're all worried about it. I think the bigger thing that I've seen today that I find really interesting is that Makumba gets the start on 11 on 11s pretty quickly. Like usually they wait a little bit for those rookies to start getting those snaps. He's already like even with Sidney Brown, you know. Oh, get this. All right. Oh, this is interesting. This is really interesting. Get this. So Zach Berman is saying this. Cooper DeJean has been the safety in base defense in 2 different periods today. Fangio teased this during the spring. I expected DeJean to stay on the field for every defensive snap, but there's a chance that he could come at safety and not at corner. This is exactly what I talked about with DeJean when we drafted him. I said he's a Swiss Army knife that has to be used in every position. That's what they're training him for. They're training Cooper DeJean to play everywhere. So you need him against a matchup against a tight end 1 week. You need him at safety 1 week. You need him outside corner. He's going to be like they're going to build that secondary around him. It's going to be kind of like Dawkins, Malcolm Jenkins. I think that's where DeJean is headed. I love that DeJean is on at safety and base defense. They are not taking him off the field. That's really, really interesting. You know? Coop has put on a lot of upper body weight equals bad idea. Maybe. I mean, damn, he looked pretty. He looked like he was moving pretty good in some things I've seen him do this offseason. The Eagles want to use him everywhere. I tell you what, I watched the interview where they had Seth Joyner on, and then DeJean came on, and Joyner was legitimately surprised how big of a corner Cooper DeJean was. I don't know how much weight he's gained, but he does look a little bigger upper body, though. Ringo, the other corner on base. Well, during OTAs in the base defense, it was DeJean. They were putting DeJean outside. But today, it has been, yeah. I think Cooper DeJean's a star. I think he's a star. Like, I think he's a legit star, can play anywhere in the secondary. And they're going to use him all around. That's what Vic's going to do with him. He's a weapon. He's a weapon. That's how you got to look at Cooper D. Don't look at him like, oh, he's a slot corner or he's a outside. He's a defensive weapon. Hey, Philly, I got timed out, and I don't know why I just said I forgot. We got Terrence Marshall. If I did something unintentional, I left the video, came back. No, I don't know, Roll Philly Dogs. I apologize if you were timed out. I didn't see anybody time you out. I certainly didn't. Maybe it was a mistake. I have to chalk it up as a mistake. If that happens again, let me know. But that shouldn't happen, man. I'm sorry. Only thing that worries me about Coop is putting weight injury, hitting him so hard and hurt himself. Maybe. I mean, how much weight did he put on? I'll tell you what I worry about with Cooper DeJean. What I worry about with Cooper DeJean is he hasn't been home. He's like literally every time there's an event, Cooper DeJean is there. I think he's been like one party after the Super Bowl all season. Like, I hope he got a chance to go rest, you know? But I think he's a stud. Good morning, Philly. I'm so excited for the season to start again. I just wake up. Did I miss anything? Nah, you didn't miss nothing too much. First day of practice. You know, it's not a super busy practice. Cooper DeJean, though, that's interesting. That's interesting. DeJean at safety. I like it, man. I missed a channel member. Uh-oh. Oh, there it is. Sorry, Clark. A member for 43 months. Thank you so much. He goes, our run for the next one starts right now. I'm hyped as F for this year. Dak's throwing picks at camp already. It's going to be a good season. Fly, Eagles, fly. It is. It is going to be an awesome season. Is Anias doing anything? I had high hopes for that kid. Not that I've seen right now, but it's early. Lazy Ford, what's going on? Good to see you. We got 726 mother humpers in the chat. I hope you guys are hitting that like. We will be live every day that the Eagles are publicly practicing. Well, publicly, but open for practice to the media. And then I will be following up every day with a video later that day. So it's busy time. Base defense for us is 4-2-5. And what our third linebackers are we putting out there? Well, I think we got. Well, I don't know. I don't know who the third linebacker is. I can tell you the two linebackers were Bourne and Trotter Jr. Your second team linebackers were Smile Mondon and Jihad Campbell. DeJean going to be all pro. I think DeJean's a stud. Yeah, he's much better suited for safety than outside corner. I think he can play every position. I think he can play every position. You know, and I think Quinyon Mitchell, I think he's more of a shutdown corner, man. And I think Cooper DeJean is more of a Swiss Army knife. Coop is awesome. It just worries me. No, I hear you. I don't know how much weight did he put on? I saw him doing like some beer challenge and he didn't have his shirt on and you could see like he was pretty big. His back was ripped. So I don't know how much weight he's put on. Jordan Davis Super goes, since Cooper staying on the field, how many picks? I'll say 5 picks this year. The thing is what they're trying to do is they're trying to keep him on the field. They don't want him off the field. So you got to keep him, Quinyon Mitchell. You got to find ways to keep him on the field. Davey, a member for 16 months, man. Thank you so much. 500, James Gunn is an asshat. I did not like that movie, man. I wanted to like it. I tried to like it. I didn't like it at all. Did not like it. Let's see. The updates are really slowing down, so I imagine practice is going to be over soon. I imagine they're only going to go about an hour. Jackson is getting first team reps at right cornerback. I imagine he's going to get some, you know, but Ringo's got to get the first crack at it. Chip Tooth Eagle, member for 27 months. Thank you so much. He goes, let's go. I love this team. We back, mother humpers. We are back. Rich is 500. Let's go. Right. Jordan Davis looks really good. No, he looks great. Yeah, I thought it stunk, Marcus. I mean, that's just my opinion. I just couldn't get into it. Hulk, member for 50 months. Just want to say thank you for all you do, man. Thank you, Hulk. I appreciate you, man. How's our new stud linebacker looking out there? He looks good, man. He's big. He's big. Campbell's bigger than you think. Joe Morales, I love you too, my man. I think they spend time working Ringo out and putting him in every scenario. Yeah, we'll see. You see Drake Cohen, James Gunn, Superman, James Gunn? No, I didn't. I just heard about him. I didn't even know who he was. I got to go check him out in terms of content creator. Let's see if we got any updates of practice. That Cooper DeJean is interesting. They got him at safety. Damn, look at this picture of look at the picture of Jordan Davis. Dude, Jordan Davis is thin as hell. That does not look like a defensive tackle. You cannot tell me this guy is not. If he's ever going to do it this year, look how thin he looks. Holy crap. Can't believe we won champ 6 months ago. I know, 6 months, right? Dijon can play anywhere it's needed. Agreed. Sonny, 500, love the content. Football's here. Thank you so much. Love you too. Hey, Philly, in your opinion, what more does Jalen have to do to become a Hall of Famer? I think just continue on the trajectory. You know, put the seasons, stack them up together, and it'll be fine. Davis lost a lot of weight, but he didn't just lose weight. Apparently, he's really well conditioned, and that's the thing. He's going to play a lot of snaps. This is JD's year. I mean, if Jordan Davis is going to have a breakout year, this has got to be. Look at Davis, man. I know. He looks so thin. Oh, I love it. JD. Good job, man. Jordan Davis looks great. 5, you order your second chin? No, I haven't ordered a ring. I got to find one that has the wings pop out. If you find one that has the wings pop out, let me know. Davis quit the Twinkies. He quit the Twinkies and the eggnog. I don't know if he's vegan. I don't know. I just know he got into, it was during the season last year, he got into some like Pilates, bike rowing championship on a river, riding bicycle in the water. I don't know what it was, but some sort of aerobic thing he got all hooked on and started doing it. And he started losing weight during the season. Usually he puts on weight by the end of the year. He started losing weight, started playing more. And then if you remember, NFC Championship game comes up gigantic. Super Bowl comes up gigantic. I think Jordan Davis is about to bust out, man. If he doesn't do it this year, he ain't ever doing it. I have a question. Will you feel some type of way if Jalen Hurts isn't one on the top 100, but it's been leaked that he's one? No, I won't get upset if he's not one. I think Barkley should be one. The Peloton bike, yeah, something like that. I don't know what it is. But, man, if he's ever going to have a big year, if he's ever going to, it's going to be this year. If he just, like, has the same type of year he did last year, like early in the year, I'm going to be shocked. What are the highlights for today? Not really a whole lot. I have to go through it all, and I'll put it all together. Really, the highlights that I saw really was Jahad Campbell working out. That currently leads the league in picks. Guess it is the Cowboys' year, right? JD used a shake weight to get fit. I don't know what he did, but he looks tremendous, dude. Like if Jordan Davis goes out and plays the way I think he's capable of playing, I don't know how you stop the interior of the Eagles' defensive line because him and I think it's just too much. Oh, you guys want to see a Prescott interception? Here's a Dak Prescott pick. Prescott throwing another interception here. Here you go. He stinks. He stinks. JD lost weight in the face. He lost weight in the face and in the belly. Y'all talked about Jerry Jones on the Dan Sue Show. His comments on Micah. I hope we do. So glad Campbell. So Campbell's not full go. Like he can't do everything. He's limited in practice, and he's going to be limited for probably the first 2 weeks, and then all of a sudden he'll be back. So this is where Trotter Jr.'s got to start, man. He's got to make some plays. I'm assuming practice is over. I haven't heard anything officially, but if Jordan Davis walking around, Dak on track. I love it. Cooper's at nickel. If they moved him, I'll be unhappy. Cooper will primarily be in the nickel. But on base defense in certain situations, in order for him not to come off the field, they're going to move him to safety. I haven't heard anything about Terry McLaurin. Anything. Hey, Philly, who all gets Super Bowl ring at the link? I mean, I think all the workers do, right? I mean, I think they said they're giving like all their workers the ring. I don't know to what level, but a lot of them. Just tagged you on 500. Okay, cool. Mark will say it's Jerry's fault. It's always Jerry's fault. It's never Dak's fault. And Mark has already set the stages to blame everybody else. Reminder: Q starts slow. Camp. Some guys play better in pads. Be patient with Ringo. Yeah, you got to be patient. I agree. Coop is so good he could even play for the Sixers. I'm just saying, right? Who wants to see a soft Superman? Did you see that, Philly? Also, did you see that movie? What a disappointment. Greetings from Norway. What is this crap about Ringo getting burnt already? It's all over my feed. So Ringo gave up a big pass down the sideline to Terrence Marshall, and then he gave up what was good coverage against A.J. Brown. Just a perfect throw, perfect catch. I think what you're seeing is everybody's overblowing the Ringo thing. I think it's way overblown. We've got to calm down. First practice of camp. Those things happen. What do you think of Super Bowl rings? I think they're the greatest Super Bowl rings in the history of the Super Bowl. I don't think there's a better Super Bowl ring than that. I mean, that's awesome. To me, every time the Eagles win a Super Bowl, they've always got to make it standard those wings pop out. I don't know what they do next, man. Maybe shoot green electricity or something. Do you think Jerry regrets paying Dak all that money? I know I wouldn't pay Dak, laughing my ass off. That comment was mainly a shot at Micah, but he name dropped Dak too. I think he reluctantly paid Dak, and he feels like Dak can't win the big game. I do think he thinks that. Someone said the Cowboys only win championships if they're on the Eagles. Will Greer. We'll see. Yeah, I guess so. Bubba, what's going on, my man? Just do whatever you got to do to keep Coop on the field because the kids are stuck. Oh, agreed. And they will. I mean, that's why they're going to be able. That's why he's learning to play outside corner. That's why he's playing safety. They're not taking Cooper DeJean off the field. That is apparent. 500. Check out the show Smoke. It's really good. Okay. I will check it out. Let's see. I'm pretty sure the Eagles practice is over, but I haven't seen anything official. But Mitchell will be an All-Pro this year. Oh, yeah, Quinyon Mitchell's great. Superman, Trashman, Losely, unlikable. Superman was, yeah, I didn't like it. But I said next ring should be Will De Lombardi to a wedding band. Too small. I would like it if it you pop the wings out and then a star shoots out and explodes or something like that. The next ring will have small flares inside, letting out green and white smoke. I think that would be cool. Obviously, the goal of the Eagles Super Bowl ring should eventually be the Green Lantern ring. New Superman sucks. Shaq, it's an attack against the strongman. Yeah, it just wasn't good. I don't think the guy was necessarily a bad Superman. I just think the storyline sucked. Eagles need to, Eagles have to stay healthy. Everybody's got to stay healthy. You could say that about every team. For the next ring, they should have wings that open up and a super, super mini size screen in the middle of the play clip from each player that made a play. That's some Tony Stark stuff. Yeah, they need to do something like that. I will buy a replica, but it's got to have the wings pop out. I'm not buying. I've seen some replicas, but they don't pop. The wings don't pop out. I need the wings. Practice is over 75 minutes. Yeah, it's a pretty long practice. Like I was thinking it was going to go about 50-something minutes. That's a good practice for the Eagles day one. So just to go over this again, let's go over this again for those that were like late in here. So Eagles injury report: did not practice. Jalen Carter's shoulder, not supposed to be serious. Kenyon Green, knee. Limited. Jihad Campbell, shoulder, and Cam Jurgens, back. And they said Campbell and Jurgens, not serious either. They're just basically working them slowly back in. So nothing to worry about there. I think Jihad Campbell, I think he looks way bigger than I thought he is. Here you go. Let's see. Martin Frank wrote this. Practice is about 75 minutes. Tanner McKee had the nicest pass of the day. Sideline ball to Terrence Marshall. Hurts had similarly nice sideline ball to A.J. Brown. And there we go. Let me see if I can find what's his face. To me, the best video of the day that I've seen so far are the Jihad Campbell clips. So here's one. Just to review, here's Jihad Campbell. He is way bigger than I thought he was. Am I playing hooky today? No, I'm going in. I got to be in by 9. So I have to go in 9. I come back at 1:30 for lunch to do the Cilio show, and then I'll record, and then I'll put out my late video. I got 3 videos today. So there's Campbell. Campbell looks bigger. He looks way bigger than I thought. Yeah, he's a Super Bowl from Eagles. Oh, I didn't. Yeah, somebody said that. So there's Jihad Campbell. He's big, man. He's going to make an impact. Yeah, busy day. It's a busy month now, man. This is every day. It's training camp. I get to Mark Holmes, you guys, for the next month. When I get into the Eagles, the players made about $20,000 a year. They did a part-time job, and now, I know. Now they make a lot of money. Shaquille says, you guys are just complain about anything? Anyways, I don't know why. Well, I don't know. What are we complaining about, Shaquille? I don't know what we're complaining about. I didn't know I was complaining. I thought I was pretty good today. I'm trying to show hot here. Oh, Superman? I'm not complaining about it. It just stunk. I'm just stating a fact. Yeah, players are speaking now. Yeah, I'll cover all the stuff that they say. If anything great is said, I can't stay for those because I got to get ready to go in. But I will cover that. I will have an evening video, so I'll be on Cilio's show at 4:30, and then I'll have like an evening recap of day one off. And then we'll be back tomorrow morning again. But let me thank everybody for joining me. I truly, truly appreciate it. Day one of practice has concluded. I will have a video. I'll have 2 more videos later today. Over 700 people in here. Make sure if you guys haven't, hit that like. Make sure you guys subscribe. We're going to get out of here. To me, the highlight of the day for me was seeing Jihad Campbell out there on the field going through stuff, and then Cooper DeJean going to safety. I thought that was really interesting. Jerry Jones is 15,030 years old. 15,030 years old. But let me get on out of here. Eagles, I know that they're having press conferences. Definitely go check those out on the Eagles site, and I will cover them later. With that said, we out of here. Peace. Love yous. And, Eagles are back, baby. Peace.
2 minutes.
Oh, wait. Navek, thank you and welcome to Dingbat Nation. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you. Thank you. Now, with that said, we gone.
It's time.
Come on.
Oh, shit! Dad, no!
It's over. It's over. This game is over. Cut it off. It's over.
Fuck.
Congratulations, Green Bay. Congratulations, Green Bay. Congratulations, Green Bay.
I said run the ball.
Congratulations, Green Bay. Dak Prescott, you need to be fired today. That was on you, Dak. That was on you, Dak. That was on you, Dak.
I said run the ball.
That was on Dak Prescott. Trying to feed the sea lamb. Trying to feed the sea lamb. You trying to feed the sea lamb. You got to give it to sea lamb. God. It's over. It's over, Dak. Put Trey Lance in the game. Trey Lance can't do worse than you.
I'm an idiot because I buy into this shit. I buy into this shit. Because here's the thing. I am a grown-ass man. And I talk the talk. It is killing me.
I feel it coming. I feel like it's going to take Jerry Jones taking. Cut it off. It's over.